New Palestine Dragons basketball is on the air. From New Palestine, Indiana, it's time for tonight's girls varsity basketball game between the Rushville Lions and the New Palestine Dragons. Tonight's game is brought to you by All-Star Turf Management, D&D Strictly Storage, Best in Sight Family Eye Care, Pork Vet Solutions, Real Life Church, Catch the Shot Photography, and Hoosier Huddle. I am Andrew Smith. Welcome to the Dragons Den for tonight's game between the Dragons and the Rushville Lions. It's a matchup of teams that come in with 2-1 records so far on the season. The Dragons dropped their most recent outing, 62-38, to the defending state champions Lawrence North on Saturday. Rushville has sandwiched two blowout victories in between an overtime loss to Mount Vernon last Friday night. And so the Lions also come in with a 2-1 mark. For the Dragons, it's been by committee so far, and it's really been by defense, as the Dragons, in their two wins, have held Greenwood and Southport to less than 30 points. This Rushville team is pretty formidable, though, and has a very solid offensive game led by three double-figure scorers. Guard Annika Marlowe, a 5'5" junior who averages 13.7 points a game. Forward Olivia Yeager, who averages 13.5 points a game. She's a 5'6" junior. And forward Jada Miller, who's a 5'9" senior, averaging 12.5 points a contest. And so that'll be a big three for Rushville, but the Lions have been able to spread their scoring out. The Dragons have too. They are led by Anna Ackerman, a 5'8" junior, who averages 11 points a game, and Isabella Gizzi, a 5'7" sophomore, who averages 10 points a contest. And then from there, the scoring has been rather spread out for this New Palestine team. Of course, the Dragons returning 4 of their top 6 from last year's sectional championship squad that went 18-8. And it's been, as we mentioned, defense that has carried the way in the Dragons' 2 wins. They beat Greenwood 44-28 and Southport 61-24 in the season's opening week. And then had a week off before last week's loss to Lawrence North on Saturday afternoon, 62-38. The Dragons surrendered a big run at the end of the first quarter, fell into a 20-4 hole, and just could never completely climb out of that deficit against a formidable team that won the state title last season. This begins a 3-game homestand for the Dragons. They'll be back here on Saturday against the Whiteland Warriors, and then the Newcastle Trojans will be here on Tuesday night to open conference play. Tuesday will mark the first of 5 consecutive games against HHC foes for this Dragon outfit. Getting a little closer to tip-off of tonight's game between the Dragons and the Rushville Lions. Let's give you the starting lineups before we take our first break of the day. For the Dragons, led by head coach Sarah Gizzi in her 4th year, 59-19, 2 sectional titles and a conference title to her credit in the first 3 years. They'll look like this. Up front, Addie Jones, a 5'6" senior, averaging 3.3 points and 9.7 rebounds a game. She had a career-high 16 against Greenwood. That was the Dragons' most rebounds in a game in a couple of seasons. Grace Marshall is a 5'8" junior. She is averaging 4 points and 4.3 rebounds a game. Faith Hensel's in the middle, a 5'9" senior, averaging 4.7 points a contest. The backcourt, Anna Ackerman, a 5'8" junior, averaging 11 points a game, and Isabella Gizzi, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 10 points a contest. For Rushville, under the tutelage of 21st-year head coach Melissa Marlowe, they will look like this. The forwards, Abby Buckley, a 5'8" senior, averaging 3.7 points a game, and Olivia Yeager, a 5'6" junior, averaging 13.5 points and 6 rebounds a contest. Jada Miller in the middle, a 5'9" senior, averaging 12.6 points and 6 rebounds. And I misspoke. Jada's 5'4", and she is their 3rd forward. The backcourt, Briley Munchell, is a 5'2" sophomore, averaging 1.5 points a contest, and Annika Marlowe, a 5'5" junior, averaging 13.7 points and 3 assists a game. So the Dragons clad in white, the Lions in black. It's the resumption of a really classic matchup. Rushville and New Palestine began play in 1974-75, the Dragons' first year of varsity basketball, and they have played annually with the exception of 2 breaks, once in the 1977-78 season, and then again for 5 years from 2013 to 18 when Rushville left the Hoosier Heritage Conference for the Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference. And 3 years ago, the teams got each other back on the schedule. The Dragons have won the 2 meetings since this series resumed, including a 49-46 win last season. Rushville leads the all-time series 36-9. And again, it's one that dates back to the Dragons' first year of varsity basketball in 1974-75, which predates the IHSAA tournament by a full year. And of course, Rushville, one of the first programs to start a varsity girls basketball program under the tutelage of Cinda Brown back in the 1970s, and has continued to be one of the premier programs, not just in East Central Indiana, but the state in the years since, under the tutelage of both Coach Brown and now Melissa Marlowe. We're going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, it'll be time for tip-off between the Dragons and the Lions. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management. All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habing, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
Pork Vet Solutions is the best veterinary choice for your swine operation. Our 2 doctors, Matt Ackerman and Dylan Lape, can help you position your pork production system for the 21st century. We provide veterinary and consulting services, herd visits, preventive medicine, and more. Pork Vet Solutions is licensed and accredited in 8 states. Reach us online at porkvet.com or call 623-5132. That's porkvet.com or 623-5132. Pork Vet Solutions, literally saving your bacon each and every day.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
It's about time for tip-off tonight between the New Palestine Dragons and the Rushville Lions. Andrew Smith along with you. Again, the starting lineup for the Dragons: Faith Hensel, Addie Jones, Grace Marshall, Anna Ackerman, and Isabella Gizzi. They are in the white uniforms, moving from left to right as you envision this court in your mind's eye. Rushville in the black uniforms, moving from right to left. Jada Miller, Abby Buckley, Olivia Yeager, Briley Munchell, and Annika Marlowe, the starting 5. The ball is in the air, and it is batted backwards to Marlowe, and away we go. Mike Alford, Larry Sense, and Chris Stunda are officials tonight. The Lions right to the offense, and draining a three from the left wing is Munchell, and just like that, Rushville has a 3-0 lead. Dragons on the attack coming the other way. Isabella Gizzi with it on the right wing. Rushville starts out in a man-to-man defense as Hensel swings it around to Ackerman right side. Feeds Jones top of the key, bounce pass to Gizzi on the left side. Isabella holding, looks out top and now begins her dribble. Jones comes out to the top of the key to set a screen. Gizzi fades to the right wing and now will bring it out to Hensel. Into the left corner, Jones drives baseline, goes up strong. It's Ackerman going up strong with the basket. Ackerman's able to get it to go from the left side, and the Dragons trail at 3-2 as each team scores on its first possession. Marlowe for Rushville uses a screen, heads down the left side of the lane, pitches it out to Miller. She'll take it to the free throw line, and now they'll work it to Marlowe in the left corner. She'll circle it around the ring, cross over to the left side, pitch it out for a three-pointer from Abby Buckley that's good. Rushville knocking down triples on its first two possessions, and it's 6-2. Dragons looking to answer. Grace Marshall thought about the three, didn't take it. Addie Jones will bring it across the free throw line, pick up her dribble, top of the key, clear it to Ackerman, back to Jones between the circles. Addie will reset the offense with Olivia Yeager guarding her. Bounce pass, right wing, Gizzi. Isabella uses a screen, dribbles to the free throw line, pitches it back out to Ackerman, and then gets it back on the right wing. Isabella with the dribble on the left hand, brings it across the top, feeds Jones. She'll drive, pitch to Ackerman, high post to Hensel, and feeds it back out top to Isabella Gizzi. Dragons reset the offense, 6:10 to go. In the first quarter, New Palestine trails at 6-2. Gizzi takes to the left side, turns the corner, explodes to the hoop, has her shot blocked by Marlowe, who collects the loose ball. Marlowe in a little bit of trouble and stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Good defense by Grace Marshall as Marlowe collected that loose ball off the block, didn't have a dribble, and Marshall just pinned her to the out-of-bounds line, and eventually, in pivoting, she stepped on it. Jones drives inside, and then the Dragons throw it away as Marshall did not look like she was expecting that pass to come to her and fumbled it out of bounds. 6-2, Rushville, 5:52 to go in the opening quarter. Each team now with a turnover. Back-to-back turnovers. Yeager brings it up for the Lions. Feeds Marlowe, catch and shoot three. This one won't go. Rebound batted around into the corner, tracked down by Yeager of Rushville. Olivia Yeager dribbles to the free throw line, pitches out for another three by Miller. This one's around and no good. Good blockouts by the Dragons allow Gizzi to get the rebound. Isabella dribbles the other way, stops in the left wing, bounces to Addie Jones in the left corner. Back out top to Gizzi. Isabella will bring it between the rings on the bounce, guarded by Marlowe. Slides to the right side, launches a three off the dribble. It won't go, and we have a foul on the rebound. Abby Buckley collected it, and New Palestine is going to be whistled for the first foul of the game. And it is Faith Hensel who is called for it. So Rushville in possession with a 6-2 lead, 5:08 to go in the first quarter. Olivia Yeager with it on the left wing, crosses over to the left hand, explodes to the basket. Ackerman blocked her shot and collects the loose ball. Outlets to Gizzi. Isabella crosses over to the right side, fades to the right corner, picks up her dribble there and clears to Ackerman on the right wing. Top of the key, Jones. Back out to Ackerman. She fumbled the pass but was able to get it back. Hands off to Gizzi, dribbles to the free throw line on the left side. Back out to the wing, still on the bounce, and now clears to Jones. Over to the right side, Ackerman. Monchel steps out on her. Ackerman curls into the lane, feeds Marshall, catch and shoot three. Left wing is strong. It's an air ball, and it's tracked down on the far side by Abby Buckley. Rushville looking to push it. Monchel into the corner. Here's driving inside is Jada Miller, and she draws a foul. And she'll go to the line to shoot a pair as Rushville pushing it up. And Miller was able to get to the basket, and Addie Jones fouled her. So it's Addie's first. And Jada Miller drains the first free throw. She's 3 for 4 on the year, now 4 for 5. As she hits the first, and Rushville has a 7-2 lead. Miller has one more shot coming, and she hit them both. So the Dragons find themselves in an early 6-point deficit here with 4:22 to go in the opening quarter of play. Gizzy with it on the left wing. Feeds Ackerman between the circles, back to Isabella. She looks inside, can't get it there. Feeds Jones out top. She splits a double team, puts up a wild shot. It won't go as she drew the contact and just threw it up to make sure she would get the free throws. The foul is on Braylee Munchell of Rushville. That's her first, and they say the foul was on the floor, so the Dragons will inbound. Out high to Addie Jones. Over to Gizzy, and she'll bring it across the top. On the bounce, Marlowe guarding her. Hensel is there to set the screen as the Dragons get organized. Gizzy slides it to the right, crosses over to the left, feeds Ackerman between the circles. Anna takes a couple of dribbles to the right and pitches it to Gizzy. Isabella from the right wing to Jones, top of the key. Drives, big jump stop, she traveled. She gathered the ball, then took the jump stop, and that is the walk. So that's the Dragons' second turnover, and it's an 8-2 deficit for New Palestine. Rushville with possession with 3:40 to go in the opening quarter. Marlowe slides it to the left, looks to turn the corner, pitches inside to Yeager, back out top. And they'll swing it around to Miller, back out to Munchell. She'll bring it across to the top of the key, out to Yeager, launches a three. It's off the back of the rim, no good, and Grace Marshall collects the rebound. Long feed ahead is nearly thrown away. Munchell stepped in front of Gizzy and was able to knock the ball out of bounds. She couldn't save it, so the Dragons will maintain possession. First substitution for Rushville is Josie Fields. She'll replace Abby Buckley. Fields, a 5'9" senior, averaging 5.7 points a game. 3:17 to go, opening quarter. Dragons trail at 8-2. Gizzy with the basketball for New Palestine, feeds Ackerman on the right side. Anna holds, waits for the action, and now brings it out top to Jones. Bounce pass left side, Gizzy. Isabella on the dribble, feeds it back to Jones out top. Rushville has always played a very strong man-to-man defense under Melissa Marlowe. Addie Jones into the lane, hooks it into the corner for Hensel, and now back out to Gizzy. Isabella looks to turn the corner, and Coach Sarah Gizzy wants a 30-second timeout. Dragons just struggling to get much going offensively right now. 2:45 to go in the opening quarter. Rushville has an 8-2 lead. We'll take a break, come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
2:45 to go in the opening quarter. The New Palestine Dragons trailing the Rushville Lions 8-2.
All-Star Turf Management is the best.
And we'll tell you about them at the next break. 2:45 to go. Dragons inbound to Grace Marshall, left wing, drives into the lane, hooks it to Hensel in the right corner. She looks to drive, cut off, gets under the basket. Reverse layup is good. Faith Hensel with a good strong drive, and she's able to get the reverse layup to go. And that cuts Rushville's lead to 8-4. Quickly the other way. Marlowe has it knocked free. Marshall going after it, but it's picked up by Munchell. She's able to feed it into the corner. Body's going everywhere. Marlowe gets to it, clears it back out to Munchell, and there was contact as Grace Marshall was trying to get to the loose ball and made contact with Munchell, and that'll be Marshall's first foul. Third on the Dragons. Rushville with the substitution. Abby Buckley back into the game, replacing Josie Fields. Yeager inbound on the left side. Inbounds to Munchell out high. Marshall steps out on her. 2:15 to go in the opening quarter. Rushville with a 4-point lead. Munchell using the screen from Yeager. Bounces it to the right side to Miller. Jada Miller across the top. Hesitates. Brings it to the left side to Marlowe. Marlowe uses the screen as Rushville using a little bit of a weave with the ball screen out high. Munchell to the top of the key. Feeds to the left side to Miller. She'll step back, launch a three. It's too strong off the back of the rim, and Faith Hensel collects the weak side rebound. Quickly ahead to Gizzy. She roars across midcourt, and will start the offense on the left side. Feeds Marshall, takes one dribble, launches a 15-footer from the baseline. It's a little too strong, and the rebound tracked down by Marlowe of Rushville. She'll bring a 2-on-2 the other way. Feed the right side. The shot is blocked from Miller. Anna Ackerman on defense, coming back, able to block the shot and collect the loose ball. Gizzy the other way will slow things up on the left side. 1:27 to go. Addie Jones into the lane. 14-footer is too strong, and the rebound collected by Olivia Yeager of Rushville. Pushes it up the right side to Marlowe, now into the corner. And Buckley will bring it back out to Marlowe. 1:10 to go. Rushville leads at 8-4. The Lions hit threes on the first two possessions, and they turn it over here as they were trying to work it around the top, and Bradley Munchel unable to handle a pass in the left corner and went out of bounds. Second Rushville turnover. Dragons with possession, 60 seconds to go into the first quarter. They trail at 8-4. Gizzy to the top, launches a three off the dribble. It's too strong, and the rebound collected by Rushville's Jada Miller. Miller pushes it far up the left side to Buckley. Now to Munchel. Addie Jones steps out of her. Munchel reverses course into the lane. Ball knocked free, stolen by Gizzy. Isabella 1-on-2 up the left side. Puts up a shot with contact. It won't go. Marlowe gets the rebound. Ackerman rips it out of her hands. Feeds Gizzy. Puts it high off the glass. And Anna draws the foul. Anna Ackerman just ripped the rebound away. And then fed Gizzy, who was standing right there. And Gizzy was able to put a high off the glass while being fouled by Annika Marlowe. And Isabella has her first 2 points and has a chance to complete the three-point play, which she does. And that cuts the Rushville lead to 1. Dragons with the last 5 points in the game. 25 seconds to go opening quarter, 8-7 Rushville. The Lions have led throughout. Rushville with possession, Olivia Yeager drives baseline. Ackerman cuts her off. Feeds it out for an 18-footer by Abby Buckley that is knocked down. Buckley's got 5. Rushville leads by 3, final 10 seconds. Gizzy with 6 between the circles. Gizzy with 4. Feeds Ackerman left side. She'll drive the baseline, put up a runner off the bottom of the backboard, no good. And that's how the first quarter will end, as Ackerman was trying to draw contact, but not enough to get the whistle. And as a result, Rushville will head into the first quarter break with a 10-7 lead on the New Palestine Dragons. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
Second quarter action has begun at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine trailing Rushville 10-7. Varsity girls basketball tonight. New Palestine in possession to begin the second quarter. Anna Ackerman to the top of the key, picks up her dribble, clears to Gizzy in the high circle. Isabella will slide it to the left side on the bounce. Guarded by Marlowe, the two coaches' daughters guarding each other. Feeds Jones now to Hensel out high. Faith takes a couple of dribbles, feeds Gizzy. Cut off in the left corner, circles back out, now hands off to Jones. She'll drive down the lane, pitch it out to a wide open Anna Ackerman. Her three's in the air, and perfect. Ackerman's first triple of the game, the first 3 of the game for the Dragons, and we're tied at 10. First tie of the night. Rushville in possession. Marlowe takes the handoff, dribbles to the top of the key, launches a shot with her foot on the line from the top of the key and knocks it down. Two-pointer for Monica Marlowe gives Rushville the lead back at 12-10. Marshall with it between the circles for New Palestine. Feeds Gizzy left wing. Isabella dribbles to the baseline and throws it away. She was trying to hook it to Hensel, who zigged when Isabella was expecting her to zag. It's picked off by Yeager. She'll bring it all the way down and just lose the handle. She was trying to bring it up the right side, and just as she was thinking about going up to shoot, just lost the handle out of bounds. Fourth Rushville turnover. Dragons trail at 12-10. They have the basketball, 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Faith Hensel across the top. Feeds Ackerman, right wing. She'll launch a three off the dribble. This one's off the backboard, but the rebound goes right to Addie Jones. Her shot won't go, and Grace Marshall fouls on the rebound as Jada Miller had Grace blocked out, and Grace went through her back. And so that'll be Marshall's second foul, the fourth on the Dragons, and Rachel Kelly will hop off the New Palestine bench. As Coach Sarah Gizzi makes her first substitution of the game. Grace Marshall will take a seat with 2 fouls, and Coach Sarah Gizzi will have a quick word with her, a word of teaching, as Coach Gizzi, a veteran player and coach, as is Melissa Marlowe on the other end. Rushville in possession. Abby Buckley with it on the left wing, feeds Marlowe out high. Ball knocked free from her, but she gets it back on the high left side. Gizzi guarding Marlowe. Marlowe uses the screen, dribbles to the right side, still on the bounce. Isabella steps out on her. Marlowe curls down the lane. Her shot is blocked by Addie Jones. Addie comes back the other way up the right side. Can't get the runner to go. Lots of contact, no whistle. And Munchell has the rebound for Rushville. She'll push it the other way. It's punched free by Ackerman. Scooped up by Buckley in the corner, able to clear to Marlowe. She drives, feeds into the corner to an open Jada Miller, who knocks down an 18-footer. Miller creates some order out of the chaos and scores her 4th point and gives Rushville a 4-point edge. Gizzi with it left wing for the Dragons. Out high between the circles to Ackerman, back to Isabella left side. Gizzi feeds Addie Jones, bounce pass to Ackerman right side. Munchell guarding her. Back out top to Gizzi. Isabella will back it out to recycle the offense. Marlowe guarding her, 5:10 to go. Dragons trail by 4. They'll work it through Kelly to Jones. Catch and shoot 3. Left corner is a little strong. And Munchell tracks down the rebound for Rushville. She'll push it quickly up the left side to Abby Buckley. Hensel guarding her. Lob inside to Yeager, who had the post position on Anna Ackerman, and Ackerman fouled her. Already the 5th foul on the Dragons. That's Anna's first. And this will send Olivia Yeager to the line, where she's 4 for 8 this season. Rushville 2 for 2 on the game. 4:55 to go. Rushville leads it by 4. The Dragons tied it at 10 on their first possession of the quarter on an Anna Ackerman 3. But since the Lions have answered with back-to-back buckets and looking to extend the lead, they cannot on Yeager's first free throw, which hits the front of the rim and falls off. Substitutions for the Dragons. Chloe Patterson checks in. And Josie Fields returns to the Rushville lineup. Fields a 5'9" senior. Yeager hits the second free throw, and that puts Rushville up 15-10. That's her first point. Chloe Patterson checking in for the Dragons, a 5'8" sophomore. New Palestine in possession. Patterson bounce pass, or feeds Gizzi on the right side. Takes one dribble, bounces it underneath to Hensel. Puts it up strong in the post. It won't go. Fields with a good defense and the rebound. Quickly the Lions push it up the right side. Jada Miller into the lane. Shot blocked by Ackerman. Miller gets it back, scoops it up and scores. Jada Miller's got 6, and Rushville has its biggest lead of the game at 17-10. So after the Dragons tied it up with an 8-2 run, Rushville has responded with 7 straight points. Gizzi dribbles left baseline, picks it up, feeds Kelly on the high left side. She'll bring it to the top of the key, pitch it back out to Gizzi left wing. Isabella skies it up top to Faith Hensel. She takes one dribble, feeds Ackerman on the right side. She'll take one dribble and send it back out top to Isabella Gizzi to reset the offense. Midway through the second quarter, Rushville with a 7-3 edge in the quarter and a 7-point lead. Hensel has the ball ripped out of her hands inside, but a foul is called, or no, it's a jump ball. One official called a foul, the other called a jump ball, and the one who had the thumbs in the air wins the discussion. And so it becomes the Dragons' 4th turnover, as the possession turn was favoring Rushville. 3:43 to go. Munchell brings it up with Kelly all over. Sends it to the left side to Marlowe, hands off to Munchell. Munchel uses a screen to the lane, curls down, feeds out to Marlowe, catch and shoot three, right wing, no good, but the long rebound collected by Munchel for Rushville. Over to the left corner to an open Jada Miller, who knocks down a 16-footer from the left baseline. Miller's got 6 of her 8 in this quarter. Rushville with 9 straight points leads at 19-10. Just as the Dragons clawed back to tie it, Rushville has answered with a 9-point run. The Dragons nearly throw it away. Ackerman had to pick it up off her foot on the sideline. Dribbles to the baseline, feeds Patterson out top, and now to Isabella Gizzi, top of the key. To Kelly, left wing. She'll curl now and bring it back out to Gizzi. Crossover dribble into the lane. She's held. This foul's on the floor, so the Dragons will inbound from under the basket. Monica Marlowe commits her second foul. That's just the third team foul on Rushville, but it's Marlowe's second. She will remain in the game for the time being with 2:53 to go. Her team leads it by 9. Gizzi skies it in high to Elena Miller, who's checked into the game for the first time for New Palestine. Addie Jones hooks it out to Gizzi, left wing. Isabella feeds Kelly high right, brings it across the top of the key to Elena Miller. To the free throw line, pitches out to Patterson. Out to Addie Jones, 3 in the air from the left wing is strong. Patterson fights for the rebound, gets it, feeds into the corner for Elena Miller. Bounce pass out top to Gizzi. 2.5 to go second quarter. Dragons trail it by 9. Isabella recoils and now feeds Kelly high left. Gizzi sets the screen for her. Over to Elena Miller, right side. Out top, Jones drives down the left side of the lane. Puts up a scoop shot with the right hand. It won't go off the front of the rim. And Emily Hadley, who's checked into the game for Rushville, has the rebound. Jaeger to bring it up. 2:09 to go. Feeds out to the left wing for the hot hand, Jada Miller. Her 3 won't go. Rebound fought for over on the far side. We have a jump ball, and it'll go to New Palestine as Isabella Gizzi and Emily Hadley were tied up going after that weak side rebound. Munchel and Buckley back in for Rushville. Fields will get a breather, as will Marlowe, as Marlowe sits with 2 fouls. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Dragons trail it by 9. Kelly with it, right wing, feeds Patterson. Now over to the left side to Gizzi. Isabella back out between the circles to Kelly, to the right side to Elena Miller. She'll dribble to the baseline, cross it over to the left hand, brings it out top, now to Kelly. Left wing, 3 in the air. Is it round and no good? Elena Miller tracks down the offensive rebound, and it's peeled out of her hands by the Lions, but then they throw it away. Had the rebound, but it was taken away by Jaeger, but Jaeger couldn't quite handle it. And so the Dragons will get possession back. Kelly out high to Miller, now to the left side, Jones. She dribbles inside, loses the handle, and throws it away. Stolen by Jada Miller. 5th Dragon turnover. Munchel launches one with her foot on the line from the right side. Briley Munchel has her 5th point. Rushville's on an 11-0 run and leads it 21-10. 1:09 to go in the opening half. Gizzi with it between the circles, feeds Kelly on the right side. Kelly crosses over to the left hand, dribbles into the lane, drives, puts up a runner, won't go, and fight for the rebound, and Kelly is going to be called for a foul. She was trying to tie up Buckley, and in the eyes of the official, got a little more arm than basketball. So that's Rachel Kelly's first 6th on the Dragons. The next one will put Rushville in the bonus. The Dragons, Anna Ackerman at a 3 on the first possession of the quarter, and since it's been all Rushville, they've scored 11 straight and have a 21-10 lead. 48 seconds to go. Lions in possession as Munchel brings it across midcourt. Gizzi guarding her. Over to the right side to Hadley. She'll bring it to the top of the key. Feed to the left side to Jada Miller. Ackerman on her. Miller with 8 points, 6 in the quarter. Steps back, thought about the 3, clears it to Buckley instead. Or Hadley, excuse me. Now to Munchel. Feeds inside to Abby Buckley, and she tried to pitch it out to Jaeger off the post move and threw it away. So the Dragons will get possession with 22.7 seconds to go. trailing by 11. It's a big possession, especially given Rushville, barring a jump ball, will get the ball to start the second half. Dragons look like they're going to hold for one. Rushville looks like they're content to let them. 10 seconds to go. Gizzy slides to the left, turns the corner, explodes the basket, puts up an off-balance shot, won't go, but she will shoot a pair. 6.6 showing on the clock. Olivia Yeager commits her first foul for Rushville. Just the fourth on Rushville. Only two players in any kind of foul trouble. Grace Marshall for the Dragons and Annika Marlowe for Rushville each have two. Gizzy misses the first free throw. Isabella's a 70% foul shooter on the year. She's 1 for 2 now tonight as she misses that one. Second one in the air and no good. Patterson fights for the rebound, tries to save it, but does to Yeager. Yeager across midcourt with 2 with 1, puts up a scoop shot, won't go, and that's how the half will end. The Dragons, after falling behind 8-2, clawed back to get the game tied up at 10, but since then it's been all Rushville. The Lions finish the half on an 11-point run, outscore the Dragons 11-3 in the second quarter, and New Palestine has some work to do as we head to the halftime locker room. Rushville with a 21-10 lead over the Dragons here at halftime. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the D&D Strictly Storage Best Insight Family Eye Care halftime show. That comes up right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
Catch the Shot Photography is your hometown photographer. Locally owned by Brenda Adams Turk and David Turk, Catch the Shot is dedicated to providing quality photos of your family, seniors, sports, and special events. We offer custom designed products including sponsor banners, photo collages, senior banners, and much more. We look forward to catching the shots with you. Contact Catch the Shot Photography at 317-620-1240 or catchtheshot.com. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habing, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
Halftime at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine trailing Rushville 21-10. Rushville started the game with three-pointers on back-to-back possessions to open up a 6-2 lead. They eventually built the lead to 8-2 before the Dragons went on an 8-2 run, capped by Anna Ackerman's three-pointer on the first possession of the second quarter to tie the game at 10. But since then, it's been all Rushville, and it's really been done by the Lions' defense, as they've had a really sticky man-to-man defense, and the Dragons have not been able to find many lanes going to the basket. Every shot has been contested. They've tried a lot of three-pointers. Only one of them has gone down as well. Anna Ackerman knocking that one down early in the second quarter. And Rushville just on the backs of its defense, and the Lions, much like the Dragons this season, in their wins, they have held teams to less than 30 points. And have shown why tonight, as the Dragons have really found it difficult to get many good looks offensively. And when they have gotten them, they haven't been able to get them to go down. And Rushville's been able to knock down some outside shots, and that's why the Lions have a 21-10 lead. Take a look at the halftime scoring. Anna Ackerman for the Dragons with a 3 and a 2 for 5 points. Isabella Gizzi has a basket. She's 1 of 3 from the line. She has 3 points. Faith Hensel has a basket for 2. Elena Miller, Rachel Kelly, Addie Jones, and Grace Marshall have all played but have not scored, as well as Chloe Patterson for the Dragons. Rushville is led by Jada Miller. She has 3 baskets and 2 free throws for 8 points. Briley Munchell has a 3 and a 2 for 5, as does Abby Buckley. Autica Marlowe has a basket for 2 points. Olivia Yeager, 1 of 2 from the line. She has 1 point. Emily Hadley and Josie Fields have played, but have yet to score for Rushville. Lions with 8 baskets, 2 of them threes. They're 3 of 4 from the line. The Dragons with 4 baskets, 1 of them a 3. They are 1 for 3 from the line. Rushville outscored the Dragons 10-7 in the opening quarter and then 11-3 in the second quarter to take a 21-10 advantage here at the break. A couple other games in the conference tonight. And Mount Vernon is taking on Connorsville tonight and leading 21-0 after a quarter. Also tonight, Delta is at Northeastern. And Greenfield Central is at Hamilton Heights. We do not have scores on those games. And so if we get any scores, we will pass those on to you. Also some boys games tonight. At halftime, Guerin Catholic leads Greenfield Central 29-22 in the conference, and also Mount Vernon trails Lawrence Central 18-12, that game at the end of a quarter. And so those are the HHC games. Next broadcast for us will be Saturday. We'll have a doubleheader for you Saturday. Saturday morning, Dragon girls basketball team will take on Whiteland. It's an 11 a.m. JV tip. And then we'll have the varsity game on both the YouTube channel and at newpalradio.com. 12:30 tip-off, the Dragons against Whiteland on Saturday morning. Another team that the Dragons and Warriors did not play each other last season, but they are back resuming their rivalry, and that's a team the Dragons have played a lot. This will be the 30th meeting between New Palestine and Whiteland. Tonight is the 40th between the Dragons and Rushville. And also, the boys basketball team slated to open the season Saturday night against Beech Grove. 7:30 tip-off, and again, we'll have both the YouTube stream and newpalradio.com. 7:30 Saturday, Dragon boys against Beech Grove, and also you can catch the junior varsity games on the YouTube stream as well with no commentary, just the ambient audio on the YouTube channel. Again, all girls and boys home games on the New Palestine High School Athletics YouTube channel this season. We also plan to bring you all of the Dragons home wrestling matches as well on the YouTube stream. And all boys road games as well as select girls road games will also be broadcast on newpalradio.com. That's our D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care halftime show. When we come back, we'll bring you second half action. Rushville leads the Dragons 21-10. This is Dragon Basketball on newpalradio.com, presented by All-Star Turf Management.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites.
At Real Life Church, we've done everything we can to create a place people love so they can experience a loving God. That means we do everything with you in mind. Whether it's our weekend services, our kids and student ministry, or small groups, we really have been expecting you. We've been praying for you, and we're excited about the opportunity to go on a spiritual journey with you. We hope that you'll take your next step and join us this weekend at Real Life Church. There's always room for you.
Now, back to the action on newpalradio.com.
Second half action getting set to begin here at the Dragons' Den. New Palestine trailing Rushville 21-10. As these two teams resume pleasantries for the 47th time. I mentioned earlier it's the 47th meeting between these two schools since 1974. Rushville will have possession to begin the second half. Both teams back with their original starting lineups. Marlowe to bring it across for Rushville. Takes it to the right side to Jada Miller, who has 8 points for the Lions. Back out top to Marlowe on the high right side. Ackerman guarding her. Marlowe crosses over to the free throw line. Feeds into the corner to Olivia Yeager. Gizzy cuts her off the baseline. Brings it back out to Munchell. Munchell crosses over, loses the handle, stolen by Gizzy. Isabella pushes it up the middle, pulls up at the free throw line, launches a 15-footer, won't go. But Addie Jones collects the offensive rebound for New Palestine. Skips it out to Ackerman right side. Dribbles in, feeds Marshall. Grace Marshall dribbles to the block, puts up an off-balance shot, won't go. Addie Jones tracks down the rebound, but she couldn't corral it. And it goes out of bounds to Rushville. Got hustled by Addie Jones. And she and Munchell got tangled up a little bit. And both came up smiling, patted each other on the back. And Rushville has possession. Lions with a 21-10 lead. Dragons haven't scored in about 8 minutes of clock time. Marlowe launches a three. It won't go. Addie Jones with another rebound. She'll push the outlet. 2-on-2 with Gizzy. Jones up the left side. Puts up a shot. Won't go. Rebound fought for and collected by the Lions, but saved inbounds to Gizzy, who puts it up and in from the right block. Kind of a broken play, but Isabella Gizzy, her hustle, is able to produce a basket. That stops Rushville's 11-0 run. It's now 21-12, but Rushville answers right back with a baseline jumper by Abby Buckley. And that makes it a 23-12 game. 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Rushville has equaled its biggest lead of the night. Isabella Gizzy with it for the Dragons' right side. Takes one drill. Brings it out through Ackerman to Jones. Feeds into the block to Marshall. She couldn't quite handle it cleanly and loses the handle. It's still loose on the floor. Roller derby finish, and Addie Jones is called for a foul as Munchell collected the loose ball, and Jones went flying in to try to tie her up, but she got a little bit too much of the player and not enough of the basketball. So that's Addie's second foul, first on the Dragons this half. And the Dragons only 5 field goals in this game, and it's really been difficult to get much of anything going out of the half-court offense. Rushville feeds Yeager, curling over a screen up in the top. They'll bring it back out to Munchell for a three, and it's perfect from the right wing. It's her second three of the game. She's got 8 points. She came in just 2 for 10 from three-point range, and she's knocked down a pair, and Rushville has looked very comfortable shooting it from outside. They lead it by 14. Addie Jones with it up top. Drives down the left side of the lane, pitches it out to Gizzy. Uses Jones' screen. She'll launch a three, and it won't go. The Dragons just dry from three-point range tonight. Addie Jones collects the offensive rebound, hooks it out to Gizzy. She'll drive left side, put up a runner, won't go, fights for her own rebound, puts it off the deck, off the glass, won't go again. Isabella gets her own rebound. This time she's fouled by Olivia Yeager. And so Gizzy kept battling and was able to earn herself a trip to the free throw line. This is Yeager's second foul. And Gizzy, who's 1 for 3, will shoot a pair. She has 5 points on the evening. Her first free throw is perfect. Isabella's a 70% foul shooter on the year. And looks to add one more. And does not. Around and no good. Isabella just 2 for 5 from the line tonight. And a little bit of full court pressure, and Gizzy knocked a ball free, but was standing on the out of bounds line when she did. So Rushville with possession, leading by 13, 5:15 to go. Munchel across midcourt for the Lions. Clears it out into the high circle to Yeager. Ackerman guarding Yeager. Brings it to the right side into the corner. Marlowe thought about the three, drives baseline, puts up a reverse layup, won't go, but Buckley's right there for the rebound, and she puts it up and in. Buckley's got 9. The lead for Rushville is 15. Gizzy splits a double team. Lots of contact. No call. Puts up a wild shot. It won't go. Rushville feeds it up the left side. Reverse layup. Good. By Jada Miller. She's got 10, and the lead now is 17 as Rushville has continued its hot streak from the end of the first half. Dragons push it inside to Faith Hensel, who puts it up and in for her 4th point from the right block. And that cuts Rushville's edge to 15. 30-15, the Lions lead. Marlowe out top to Miller. On the dribble, back to the right side to Marlowe. Into the corner to Buckley. Back out to Marlowe, just to the right of the top of the key. She'll back it out to the high right side with Gizzy guarding her. Drives inside, now feeds Buckley for a 3 that won't go, and the long rebound collected by Gizzy. She's going to want to push it 1-on-3. Clears it back out to the right side. Hooks it underneath to Grace Marshall. We have a foul as Marshall put it off the deck, and this will be the second foul on Rushville of the half, and the first on Jada Miller.
Foul on the line, number 25, Miller. Ball out of bounds for Dragons.
30-15, Rushville leads, 4:02 to go in the third quarter. Gizzy looking to inbound, gets it to Ackerman on the right wing. Drives down the lane, puts up a runner, won't go, gets her own rebound. Puts it off the deck, high off the glass and in. Anna Ackerman goes high off the glass with a putback. And that cuts Rushville's lead to 13, 30-17. The Dragons have scored the last 4. Marlowe out of the left side for a 3 that is around and no good from Miller, and Grace Marshall has the rebound for New Palestine. Quickly ahead to Gizzy. She'll slow it down at the top of the key. Feed Addie Jones, drives left baseline, puts up a shot. It's around and in. Addie Jones has her first 2. The Dragons have scored 6 quick points, and they've cut Rushville's lead to 30-19. 3:25 to go as Marlowe crosses midcourt. Change of speeds as she brings it to the top of the key, and now backs it back out high. Over to Jada Miller, right side. Jones guarding her, feeds Yeager at the free throw line. Pivots on Ackerman, clears it to Buckley right side, bounce pass to Yeager in the right corner. Looks to drive baseline on Ackerman. Hensel comes over to make the play and cut her off. Yeager couldn't get the shot to go, but got her own rebound, and on the second effort was fouled by Anna Ackerman from behind. That's Anna's second. So Olivia Yeager to the line to shoot a pair. She's 1 for 2 tonight. She's 50% foul shooter on the season. Rushville's lead is 11. 3:03 to go third quarter. Yeager's first free throw, perfect. So she now has 2 points. Josie Fields checks in for Rushville, and she replaces Buckley. Rachel Kelly replaces Faith Hensel in the Dragon lineup. Yeager's got 1 more free throw coming, looking to push Rushville's lead to 13. It is in the air and good. Yeager, one of a long line of Yeagers who have played basketball at Rushville, both boys and girls. And she has her 3rd point, a 13-point lead for the Lions. Kelly, catch and shoot 3, left wing, front of the rim, no good. Ackerman had position but couldn't quite get the rebound, and Addie Jones is going to be called for a foul trying to tie up Marlowe. And that's Addie's 3rd. Actually, no, they got Anna Ackerman for that one. That's her 3rd. That looked like Addie, but Ackerman was also in there, so Ackerman gets the call, and that's her 3rd foul. Anna's Dragons' leading scorer tonight. She's got 7 points. Full court pressure employed by New Palestine. Gizzy bothering Marlowe, but Marlowe's able to get the basketball. It's tipped and stolen by Grace Marshall. Grace pushes it up the right side, puts it up and scores. Marshall forces the steal and then scores her first two. Dragons back within 11. 2.5 to go. Marlowe across midcourt. Gizzy staring her down. Feeds it over to the left side to Jada Miller. Back to the top, Yeager. They'll work it over to the right side. Ball's knocked free and stolen again by Grace Marshall. Grace pushes it up the left side. Feeds Kelly, streaking down the right side. Puts it up and in. Rachel Kelly with the basket, and Melissa Marlowe wants a timeout. 2:10 to go. It's a full timeout. The Dragons back within single digits. It's 32-23, Rushville in the lead. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more, are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
2:10 to go in the third quarter. The Dragons trailing Rushville 32-23. New Palestine employing some full court pressure again. And Rushville to bring it up, Olivia Yeager, guarded by Kelly. Brings it across the midcourt stripe and clears it to Annika Marlowe, who will set up their offense. 1:59 to go, third quarter. Over to the left side to Jada Miller, who leads the Lions with 10. Feeds a give and go to Marlowe. Her shot is recycled and knocked out of bounds by Addie Jones. Possession will stay with Rushville as the inbound baseline left. Josie Fields, or actually it's Yeager, uses 4 of her 5 seconds allotted to get it into Munchell, and now to set up the half-court offense, Marlowe out high. Crosses over to the left side, explodes in on the left side of the lane, puts up a runner, it won't go, and Kelly has the rebound for the Dragons. Roars across midcourt. Rachel Kelly will clear to Grace Marshall, bounce pass to Gizzy, top of the key. She'll drive into the lane, explode, lose the handle, but she's fouled. I'm going to say the foul was on the floor, much to the protestations of the Dragons, who wanted to get the free throws. Briley Munchell is called for her second. That's the third on Rushville. Gizzy to inbound baseline left. Gets it into Kelly. She'll bounce it underneath Jones. Takes it to the right hand. In the low block. Puts it off glass and in. It's a 12-2 run for the Dragons, and they're back within 7. 1:20 to go, third quarter. Munchell across midcourt. Hooks it into the left corner to Miller. Back out top to Yeager. She'll feed Fields, turns to the left side, puts up a shot, won't go. Ackerman clears the rebound for the Dragons. Quickly ahead to Gizzy across midcourt. Roars down the left side, cut off, fades out to the corner. She'll launch a 3, around and no good, but Ackerman has the offensive rebound. Pitches out to Addie Jones, she wants 3, won't go. And the rebound fought for and collected by Jada Miller of Rushville. She'll roar it the other way. End to end we go. Miller coast to coast, and it's peeled out of her hands by Addie Jones. She'll rush it the other way, put up a runner, no good. And the rebound fought for, collected by Gizzy, and she'll go to the line. End-to-end action. The Dragons have kind of turned this into a helter-skelter game after falling behind by 17. And they've been able to get it to a 7-point game. Munchell commits her third foul. Gizzy to the line for a pair. She hits the first. She's got 4 of her 7 in the third quarter, and the Dragons back within 6. Abby Buckley returns with 9 points for Rushville. Gizzy looking to cut this to a 5-point game. She does not. But Addie Jones has the offensive rebound, and we have a foul call. And it's on the Lions. Addie Jones got inside position and drew the foul. And Olivia Yeager commits her third foul. And so we'll see a new face in the game, Bell Gossett, a 5'5 sophomore for Rushville, replacing Yeager. Dragons within 6. They have the basketball. Anna Ackerman with it right corner. Takes one dribble, feeds Marshall in the low block, in a double team, puts it off glass, won't go. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Jada Miller. It'll stay with the Dragons with 28 seconds left in the quarter. Dragons in the midst of a 13-2 run has drawn them back within 6. Gizzy skies it out high to Kelly. Feeds to the left side to Addie Jones. Jones spins into the lane, puts up a right-handed shot, won't go. Rebound, fought for, collected by Grace Marshall, and she'll go to the line. She is fouled by Jada Miller. And the Dragons have been able to mount a lot of this comeback off the offensive glass, just continuing to fight for rebounds and keep plays alive. Marshall knocks down the first free throw. That's her 3rd point. Grace is 8 of 11 on the season. Dragons are within 5. 18.5 seconds to go. They're within 4 as Marshall hits both free throws. Marlowe to bring it up for Rushville. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Marlowe gets past Gizzy to the free throw line, clears it out to Gossett for a 3. It's good. So Bill Gossett to push Rushville's lead to 7. Gizzy goes to coast, puts up a runner, around and in. Isabella Gizzy goes coast to coast, puts it off glass and in, and that cuts the Dragons' deficit. The Dragons trailed this one by as many as 17 in the 3rd quarter, and they have trimmed the deficit to 3. A lot of that by turning up the tempo and especially making things happen on the offensive glass. Olivia Yeager cut off on the baseline, clears it out to Buckley, now to Munchell high. The top of the key. Andy Yeager uses a nice fake, gets into the lane. Addie Jones knocks it free. It'll stay with Rushville as it goes out of bounds. 7:18 to go. In the 4th quarter, Rushville nursing a 3-point lead. Yeager inbounds to Marlowe. Her 3 is an air ball from the right wing and goes straight out of bounds. It'll be Dragon possession. So New Palestine could tie this up with a 3. 7:10 to go. 35-32 Rushville. Gizzy will bring it to the left side on the bounce. Use Jones' screen, clear it to Marshall. The right side into the corner to Kelly. Bounces to Jones, out to Gizzy. She'll drive inside, split a double team. Offensive foul. Called by the official out high. And now they're going to discuss because the official down low had a different call. And Gizzy is standing at the free throw line, expecting to shoot free throws. And the officials, this is a big moment in the game. And double foul is what's called. The Blarge. The one official called a block, the other called a charge, so it's a double foul. And so it'll be Gizzy's 2nd and Munchell's 4th, and the Lions get the ball because of the alternating possession. Bell Gossett checks in for Munchell, who sits down with 4 fouls. So Rushville with a 3-point lead in the basketball. Marlowe guarded by Gizzy in the backcourt. Marlowe roars across midcourt, loses the handle, Gizzy with a steal. Isabella pushing it up 1-on-2, or explodes to the basket, high off the glass and in. Gizzy's got 11, the Dragons are within 1. Marlowe pushes it up, drives, can't get the shot to go, but Addie Jones fouled her. This will be Addie's 3rd. And so the Dragons within 1, but Annika Marlowe to the line. She's 5 for 7 from the stripe this season. Came into the game averaging 13.7, has just 2 points on the evening. She has been content to distribute the basketball, and her teammates have done a pretty solid job of knocking down outside shots. Marlowe hits the first free throw. and the second. The Lions lead it by 3. 6:36 to go. 37-34 Rushville. Buckley will pick up Gizzy and midcourt. Rushville will switch to a 1-2-2 zone. Feeds Kelly high left. Kelly, bounce pass into the corner, knocked free by Yeager. It'll be out of bounds to New Palestine. So the Dragons to inbound. Gizzy over to Kelly, high right. To Ackerman in the right corner, back to Kelly. Bounce pass now to Gizzy and feeds Marshall into the corner, bounces it back out to Gizzy. Out high to Kelly, back to Gizzy left side, into the corner to Marshall. Looks drive baseline, cut off by Yeager. Skips it out to Kelly right side. Now to Gizzy on the high left. Into the left corner, Grace Marshall. Long skip pass to Ackerman. Now to Kelly, over to Gizzy left wing. 5:55 to go, Dragons trail it by 3. Marshall bounces it out to Gizzy. Over to Kelly right side. Feeds Ackerman right corner, back out to Kelly on the right side. Skips it over to Gizzy left wing. Isabella feeds Marshall, left baseline, one dribble out to Gizzy. Cut off by Marlowe on the dribble, so she'll recycle it back out. Dragons trying to probe this 1-2-2. Haven't been able to get the ball inside of it yet. 5.5 to go. Now they look to Jones. Out to Kelly. Launches an 18-footer. Good! Rachel Kelly knocks down her 4th point. Dragons back within 1. 5:22 to go. Gizzy will pick up Marlowe. Crosses midcourt with 5:17. Marlowe tried to go over a screen, and Gizzy just got called for her 3rd foul as she extended the arm going over the screen. And that is the 7th team foul on New Palestine, so Marlowe will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Actually, it's not Marlowe, it's Yeager who will go to the line to shoot 1 and bonus. Olivia Yeager is 3 for 4 on the day. It's foul trouble. Ackerman, Gizzy, and Jones all have 3 for the Dragons. Bradley Munchell has 4, and Olivia Yeager has 3 for Rushville. 5:14 to go in the ball game. Yeager hits the first free throw for her 4th point. All of hers have come from the line tonight. She's 4 for 5. She entered the day a 50% foul shooter on the season. She tries to extend Rushville's lead to 3 with this free throw, and does. So the Dragons again back down 3. Rushville in a 1-2-2 zone. Gizzy between the circles. Clears to Rachel Kelly. Back to Gizzy on the right side. Bounce pass to Ackerman in the corner. Back out to Gizzy. We'll work it around to Kelly. Back to Gizzy. Right side. Thought about the 3. Didn't take it. Kelly now with it. Back over to Gizzy. Right side into the corner. Ackerman. She'll take the 3 from the right corner and hit it. We're tied. Anna Ackerman's 2nd 3 of the game. Her 10th point. The Dragons have come all the way back from a 17-point deficit to knot it up. 2nd tie of the game. Rushville. Yeager. Feeds into the corner for a 3 from Jada Miller, around and no good. Rebound fought for. Gizzy trying to save it, but unable to do so. It'll stay with Rushville. 4:33 to go, 4th quarter. Dragons 39, Rushville 39. Rushville at one point led this 30-13. Since then, a 26-9 spurt for the Dragons. Marlowe with it off the inbounds. Feeds Yeager in the corner. Jones guarding her, and Jones playing way off of her, so Yeager will take a 3 and hit it. And so Rushville back on top by 3. She's got 7. Marshall with it. Long skip pass to Ackerman. Now feeds Gizzy right side. Over to Kelly left side. Bounce pass underneath. Addie Jones lost the handle, got it back. Ball fought for, stolen by Rushville. Just the 6th Dragon turnover, but that's a big one. As Rushville with possession in a 3-point lead. Final 4 minutes of this one. Yeager drives on Ackerman, goes to the basket, draws the foul. It's Anna's 4th. So Olivia Yeager will shoot a 1-and-1. Larry Sids, the official, came to signal the foul on our end, but the scorer's table, we have flipped ends on the scorer's table. This has been where they've signaled fouls in for years to us on this side, but we've moved the scorer's table and the benches to the other side because of COVID. Yeager hits the free throw. So she'll have one more coming. Rushville back up by 4. Elena Miller is going to check in after this free throw for the Dragons. Yeager can't get it to go, and so Elena will have to wait, but the Dragons turn it over. Jones couldn't corral the rebound, and then the Dragons take it right back. Marshall with a steal. Drives down the right side, puts up a runner, won't go, and the long rebound tipped out to Jada Miller. And then we have a foul on the backcourt. So Rachel Kelly will be called for her second. So the Dragons turning this into a helter-skelter game benefited them and coming back from a 17-point deficit, but now it seems like Rushville has kind of benefited a little bit from the helter-skelterness as the Dragons got playing a little too fast, and as a result, not only miss a shot, but give Rushville a chance to extend its lead from the free throw line, which Jada Miller does with her 11th point. She's 3 for 3 tonight. Rushville is 6 of 7 from the line in this quarter, and 11 of 13 for the game, and add one more to that, as Miller now has 12, and the deficit for the Dragons is back up to 6, 3.5 to go. Isabella Gizzi with it high right. Clears it to Kelly, back to Gizzi. Into the corner, Grace Marshall will launch one from the baseline, no good. Rebound to Rushville, but Kelly is able to knock it free. Jump ball, Dragon ball. Belle Gossett had the rebound, but Rachel Kelly knocked it free and tied her up. It's Dragon possession on the alternating possession turn. Rushville has hit just one shot from the field in this fourth quarter, but it was a big one. When the Dragons had tied the game up, Olivia Yeager was left open and basically dared to shoot a three, and she knocked it down. That gave the Lions a 3-point lead, and they've since extended it to 6 from the free throw line. Gizzi over to Kelly, into the left corner, Elena Miller. Tries to feed it inside to Addie Jones, and she's tied up. Turnover to Rushville as the possession turn favors them. So Rushville with a 6-point lead in the basketball, 3:04 to go in the ball game. And the Dragons also with 9 team fouls, so the next one will send Rushville into the double bonus. Marlowe with it off the inbounds. Kelly guarding her in a man-to-man full court pressure. Marlowe explodes down the lane, goes to the basket. Her shot won't go, and Grace Marshall is fouled. So we'll make the 84-foot walk to the other end. So you might expect game between New Palestine and Rushville is going to get a little bit physical, and that has been the case. These two teams play outstanding defense. They play hard. They're both extremely well coached. Grace Marshall to the line for a pair of free throws, and she knew that one was no good from the beginning. It was a 1-and-1. Grace knew it was no good the second it left her hands, and she went after it, but a free throw shooter has to wait for the ball to hit the rim, and so that becomes a lane violation and a turnover. And now Rushville with it. Gizzi knocks it free, but Marlowe gets it back in the backcourt. She's in trouble, and Melissa Marlowe bails her team out with a timeout. 2:48 to go in the ball game. Dragons have missed a couple of chances after tying this one up to cut into what is now a 6-point deficit. We'll take a break, come back right after this. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com.
With a former Dragon star in Bloomington, all eyes should be on the Hoosiers football program this year. HoosierHuddle.com is a free and independent site that has covered the football team since 2013. They provide roster analysis, player profiles, interviews, game previews, wrap-ups, and more. You can follow them on Twitter at Hoosier_Huddle or visit HoosierHuddle.com to keep up with your in-state favorites.
Now, back to the action on NewPalRadio.com.
2:48 to go in the ball game. The New Palestine Dragons trail the Rushville Lions 45-39. The Dragons trailed at one point by 17. Came all the way back to tie it up, but since have stacked up some empty possessions. And boy, Marlowe just took an inbounds pass. Gizzi went down, but the whistle stayed in the pockets. Marlowe clears it out to Yeager. 2:35 to go. Rushville in control right now. They'll look to try to run some clock as they're spreading the floor. Jada Miller to the free throw line. Picks up her dribble and clears it out to Marlowe. Addie Jones will step out on her. Marlowe across the top. Yeah, Rushville's just trying to run clock. Bounces it out top to Yeager, 2:15 to go. Yeager back out top now to the high left side to Jada Miller, and now clears it back out to Marlowe with 2:05, and Addie Jones fouls it. And that's Addie's fourth. So and the person you don't want to put on the line is Annika Marlowe. She's 2 for 2 tonight, has just 4 points, but anybody from this Rushville team you want to put on the line right now. They're 7 of 8 for the quarter. They've only missed 2 free throws for the game. They're 12 of 14. Marlowe misses the first. So Dragons get a break. Ackerman will replace Miller in the Dragon lineup. 2:04 to go. Marlowe has one more coming, looking to make this a 3-possession game with 2:04 to go, and she does. She's got 5, 46-39. Rushville has scored the game's last 7 points. Gizzy to the top of the key, clears to Kelly. Back to Gizzy on the right side. Now they'll work it into the corner to Grace Marshall. Long skip pass to Gizzy. She'll drive inside, put up a wild shot, won't go. Rebound to Addie Jones, she's fouled. So Addie will go to the line to shoot a pair. As this foul will be whistled on Belgossett, her first. So Addie Jones to shoot 2, and she misses the first. Now the Dragons have just squandered opportunities here after tying the game up and then surrendering the lead on the next possession. Couple of missed free throws, now 3 as Addie missed them both. So 2 empty trips to the free throw line as well as a number of other empty possessions. Dragons will employ full court pressure, and the Lions with it. Dragons send 3 players after the basketball, knock it free. Ackerman's able to push it forward to Marshall. Up the left side, Marshall can't get the runner to go. Gizzy with the offensive rebound, it won't go, and the rebound taken away by the Lions, and a jump ball is called. It's Dragon possession. And again, though, the Dragons, a couple of close-in looks. We've seen some missed layups. We've seen 3 missed free throws ever since the Dragons got this tied up. And they throw it into Kelly on the left side. Bounces to Addie Jones into the lane. Pitches out to Gizzy. She'll launch one with her feet on the line. It won't go. And the rebound to Rushville. 1:15 to go. And Yeager ahead to Gossett. She drives, and Addie Jones fouled her. And Addie, I believe that is her 4th. I think, well, let's look. And they've got 5 on the scoreboard. The scorekeepers have not signaled to the official yet that that is her 5th foul. Now they have. So Addie will foul out with 6 points. Faith Hensel replaces her in the Dragon lineup. Gossett to the line to shoot 2 for Rushville. And she misses the first. It's a 3-possession game regardless with 1:09 to go. 46-39 Rushville leads. Gossett's second shot, front of the rim, no good, but the rebound kind of came down awkwardly, and Yeager was able to get to it for Rushville. And so again, another squandered opportunity for the Dragons. And Rushville takes a 30-second timeout. 1:02 to go in the ball game. Dragons trail at 46-39. They've had their chances, but Rushville has scored the game's last 7 points. Back after this, this is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com.
D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available.
And we will tell you more about Best in Sight at our next break. 1 minute to go, Rushville in possession, leading 46-39. Marlowe out high, feeds Yeager top of the key. Clears to the left side to Buckley, back out to Marlowe in the high circle. Dragons step out on her. She's able to clear it to Jada Miller. Miller in a double team, and a foul is called. And that's Anna Ackerman's fifth, so Whitney Miller will replace her. Ackerman fouls out with 10 points, and you're behind late. You need your shooters, and unfortunately the Dragons just lost their top 3-point shooter. So Elena Miller to check in. Jada Miller to the line where she's 4 for 4 tonight. Rushville with a 7-point lead, 44 seconds to go. And she misses the first. The Dragons have had opportunities here in these last 4 minutes and just have gone dry. It's a 3-possession lead regardless, but Miller extends it to 8 by splitting the 2 free throws. Inbounds to Gizzy. Isabella bounce pass to Elena Miller left side, back to Gizzy. Swings it over to Kelly right side, back to Gizzy. She'll travel. That's been pretty much the last 4 minutes for the Dragons, just mistake after mistake, and Rushville has been able to take advantage of that, and the Dragons unable to complete the comeback tonight. They got it, trailed by 17, got it tied up at 39, but then just went dry. 3 missed free throws, a handful of missed shots inside, some turnovers, and Rushville has been able to put it away at the free throw line. The Dragons, after this was tied up at 39, Rushville's Olivia Yeager hit a 3 to make it 42-39, and since then it's been all free throws for Rushville. Faith Hensel is called for her second. Abby Buckley will go to the line. She's got 9 points on the night. 5 for 8. And make it 5 for 9. Now she misses the first free throw. And again, Rushville's missed some free throws here in the fourth quarter to give the Dragons a shot, but New Palestine just has been unable to take advantage. Second free throw is good. And the deficit is now 48-39. 22 seconds to go in this one. Gizzy up the left side to Miller. Back to Isabella Gizzy. She'll use a screen, pick up her dribble, clear it to Miller. Elena will launch a 17-footer off the back of the rim, no good. And Grace Marshall fights for the rebound, gets it to Kelly, and she'll score and draw the foul. Just 8.3 seconds to go. Kelly can draw the Dragons within 6 if she hits this free throw. It's Jada Miller's third. Kelly completes the 3-point play. It's now 48-42. The score is not correct on the scoreboard. And we have a foul on the inbounds. So we'll make the 84-foot walk. Foul on Isabella Gizzy is her fourth. And so Annika Marlowe back to the line. She's got 5 points. She's 3 for 4 tonight. And she misses the first. 7 missed free throws here in the fourth quarter for Rushville, and they've all come in the last 3 minutes. Marlowe missed them both. Dragons have a puncher's chance here. They push it up to Elena Miller. Back to Gizzy. She drives, puts up a runner, won't go, and that'll do it. Well, the Dragons with a valiant comeback tonight, but they just ran out of steam at the end. And the Rushville Lions able to survive and win this one 48-42 over the Dragons tonight. Rushville improves to 3-1 on the season. The Dragons fall to 2-2 with their second defeat of the year. We're going to take a break. Come back right after this with the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care post-game show. That all comes up momentarily. This is Dragon Basketball on NewPalRadio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community and Dragon Athletics. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management. D&D Strictly Storage in New Palestine is your home for storage needs. D&D Strictly Storage offers a wide variety of storage sizes from 5 by 10 feet up to 10 by 30 feet. They also offer indoor and outdoor parking for your boats and RVs. Locally owned and operated by Don and Maria Blackwell, D&D Strictly Storage is who to call for your storage solution. They're located on County Road 400 West, just north of the railroad tracks in New Palestine. Call them at 861-9231. Again, that's 861-9231 for D&D Strictly Storage. Mention this ad and get your second month free with any rental.
Best in Sight Eye Care has been the leader of quality vision and eyewear in New Palestine for more than 20 years. Our experienced doctors, Tim Huffman, Mark Habig, and Colin Clairbout, use the most advanced state-of-the-art technology and eye care products available. At Best in Sight Eye Care, you will find professionals who are dedicated to providing exceptional personal service to everyone who walks through the door. We are conveniently located on Arbor Lane in New Palestine. Just follow US 52 west of Mount Comfort Road. To schedule your appointment, visit bestinsighteyecare.com or call 861-4100. Give your vision the level of care it deserves. Mention this ad for 10% off your glasses purchase.
You're listening to The Dragons on NewPalRadio.com.
For the final time tonight from the Dragons' den, the Dragons fall to the Rushville Lions 48-42. It was a heck of a comeback for the Dragons. They were down 30-13 and rallied with a furious rally to get the game tied up at 39. But then Rushville was able to knock down their only field goal of the fourth quarter. Olivier Gager hit a three, and then the Dragons just struggled to get much going offensively. They had some chances under the basket, some good looks at the rim, some free throws. The Dragons were just 1 of 4 from the line in the fourth quarter, and that one came right at the end. And so the Dragons had opportunities but just could not overcome that late deficit and get any of them to go, and as a result, they fall 48-42 tonight. Give Rushville a lot of credit. It's difficult to weather a big run like that when a team comes at you and turns a 17-point deficit into a tie game, and you got to think if the Dragons had ever been able to get over the hump, maybe, just maybe, that might have changed the complexion of those last 4 minutes. But New Palestine never led in this game. The Dragons had it tied twice at 10-39, but Rushville answered the first with an 11-0 run and answered the second with a 9-0 run to seal this game. Let's take a look at the final scoring numbers for this one. First for the Dragons, they were led by Isabella Gizzi, who had 11 points, one of 2 double-figure scores. She had 4 field goals. She was 3 out of 7 from the line. Anna Ackerman had 10, 2 threes and 2 twos. Rachel Kelly had 7 tonight. She had 3 baskets, was 1 of 1 from the line. For Rachel, that is her career high. Addie Jones had 6 points this evening. She had 3 baskets, was 0 for 2 from the stripe. Faith Hensel had a pair of baskets for 4. Grace Marshall had a field goal, was 2 of 3 from the line. She also had 4 points. Elena Miller and Chloe Patterson played but did not score. Rushville also had 2 double-figure scorers. They were led by Jada Miller. She had 4 field goals, including 3 in their 11-0 second quarter run. She was 5 out of 6 from the line. Abby Buckley had 10. She had a 3-3-2. She was 1 of 2 from the line. Olivia Yeager had 9. She hit 1 field goal, but it was a big one. It was the 3-point shot that gave the Lions the lead for good at 42-39, and she was 6 out of 8 from the line. Briley Munchell had 8. She had a pair of 3s and a 2. Annika Marlowe held to 5 points tonight. She had a basket. She was 3 of 6 from the line. Belle Gossett hit a 3. She was 0 for 2 from the line. She had 3 points. Emily Hadley and Josie Fields both played but did not score. The Dragons 17 field goals, 2 of them 3s, but New Palestine just 5 of 13 from the line tonight. And if you want to look at probably the one area where the game kind of got away from the Dragons a little bit, that was it. 5 of 13 from the line. Rushville was 15 of 22 from the line, but just 10 of 16 in the fourth quarter and 8 of 14 down the stretch in the closing minutes. The Lions hit 14 field goals, 3 of them were 3s. Rushville led at 10-7 after a quarter, outscored the Dragons 11-3 in the second quarter to take a 21-10 lead. Opened the second half with a 9-3 run to go up 30-13, and that's when the Dragons began their rally. New Palestine eventually outscored Rushville 20-14 in the third quarter, trailed at 35-30 at the end of 3, and then Rushville outscored the Dragons 13-12 in the fourth. 48-42 was the final. The Dragons got it tied up at 39, and that capped a 26-9 spurt for New Palestine, but then Rushville answered with a 9-0 run to finish this one off. So the Dragons now 2 and 2 on the season. Rushville moves to 3-1. 47 meetings now between these two schools. Rushville holds a 37-9 lead in the series. So we will next be with you Saturday, a doubleheader Saturday. The Dragons will take on the Whiteland Warriors. JV at 11. We'll have video coverage at 11 a.m. Saturday from the JV game. Of course, just ambient audio, and then we'll have the broadcast for you on both the YouTube feed and on newpalradio.com at 12:30 of the varsity game between the Dragons and the Whiteland Warriors. Whiteland entering the week 2 and 3. They're playing Decatur Central tomorrow night before they will head to the Dragons' Den on Saturday. And then conference play begins next Tuesday. The Dragons taking on the Newcastle Trojans. And again, video coverage at 6 and then 7:30 on the YouTube channel, and then audio as well on newpalradio.com beginning at 7:30. Our boys basketball coverage will begin on Saturday night as well as the Dragons take on the Beech Grove Hornets. Video coverage beginning at 6 for the JV game, and then varsity at 7:30. And we'll have audio and video coverage on newpalradio.com as well as the New Palestine High School Athletics YouTube feed. Jarrett Lewis will be joining me for that one. Looking forward to bringing you the season opener for the Dragon boys basketball team on Saturday night. And so we've got lots of basketball. Again, all boys and girls home games, audio and video coverage on newpalradio.com and New Palestine High School Athletics YouTube page. And all planning for, and of course this is always dependent on what permissions we are given, but planning for all road boys games and select road girls games as well on newpalradio.com, audio coverage only there. So that'll do it for us in the D&D Strictly Storage Best in Sight Family Eye Care post-game show. The Dragons fall tonight to the Rushville Lions 48-42. Want to thank you for joining us this evening. We'll next be with you Saturday, 12:30, Dragons against the Whiteland Warriors, and then Saturday night, Dragon boys basketball against the Beech Grove Hornets at 7:30. Until then, this is Andrew Smith saying good night. God bless you. So long, everybody. Final score again from New Palestine, Rushville 48 and the Dragons 42. This has been a presentation of the Crosscom Sports Network and newpalradio.com.
All-Star Turf Management is the best choice for the lawn you really want. Our superior lawn care services, including fertilizer, weed control, aerations, mowing, and more are designed to improve and maintain your property season after season. Our combination of using the highest quality chemical products applied by educated, licensed professionals is what your property needs to become a place we both will be proud of. With flexible scheduling and service programs, we have a package that's right for your lawn and your budget. Locally owned and operated by Nathan Johnson, All-Star Turf Management is proud to support the New Palestine community in Dragon football. To learn more or for a free estimate, call All-Star Turf Management at 861-1234 or visit myallstarlawn.com. That's 861-1234 or myallstarlawn.com for All-Star Turf Management.